Hello, Seiiti Arata. Do you know the story of the tortoise and the hare? Well, the hare is much faster than the tortoise, everybody knows that, but the hare loses the race. And why is that? Because he's using the wrong speed at the wrong time. He sprints when he should just keep a steady pace, and stops when he should keep moving. The same thing happens with speed reading. Speed reading simply doesn't work when you use it in a wrong way. I tested it myself, I bought courses, I got the apps, I practiced for months using different types of tricks that promised me crazy speeds, but the result was that I would actually move my eyes really fast, I could flip pages, but I remembered almost nothing. It felt like I was just looking at the text, not really reading it. I was the hare, running without a plan. Many people fall into this trap. And some people think that, oh, that technique is fake. Others think that they just don't have the gift to read fast. And that is not the problem. After studying how the best readers work, I found something surprising. It is not about running all the time. It's also not about just going slow. It is about changing your speed on purpose, based on what you need right now. The tortoise wins because he keeps a good rhythm. The smart reader wins because they know when to speed up and when to slow down. So today I'll show you why using only speed reading all the time it fails. I'll show you the path that actually works and a simple trick that you can start today so you can read more, you can understand better, and save time in your life. Think about it. This is like 7 times better than speed reading. The reason is that most speed reading courses will just focus on moving your eyes faster. But when you use the method that I'm sharing here, you're training 7 different skills at once. You're going to be learning how to preview, to search, to adjust your pace, to read word groups, to take smart notes, to review out loud, and to choose what actually deserves your focus. Each of these skills multiplies the others. That's why people who master this approach not only just read a little bit faster, they understand more, they remember more, and they waste far less time on books that don't matter. Well, the big lie is that one high speed is a magic fix for everything. Would you like to read 5 times faster? Sounds great, right? But the truth is that there is a trade-off between speed and understanding. The more you rush, the less you tend to understand. And this doesn't mean that fast reading is a waste of time. It means that you have to use it at the right time. Well, last week I showed you about the pre-reading in just 15 minutes of a book, right? This helps you to decide whether a book is worth 5 hours of your life. In that case, high speed is very important. It will help you to take a look at the titles. Now, what is the fix? Instead of just chasing one high speed, focus on intelligent reading. And this will start with a simple question before you even open the book. What do I want to learn from this? That one question will change everything. And there are 4 reading speeds. And you must use each one of these at the right time. Think about driving a car. You don't go and stay on 5th gear the whole time. There is a time for you to go fast, and there is a time for you to slow down. Reading is very much like that. The 1st gear is a quick look. This is much faster than normal reading because you're going to scan titles, the bold words, the intro, the ending. You're not really reading. You're just making a map of the book in your head. And this makes you curious and also helps your brain to soak up that information better later. The 2nd gear is your target search. Here you already know what you want. You use a finger, you use a pen to be scanning the page looking for only that piece of information. It's like doing a search function on your computer but using your eyes. This one trick can save you many hours in just one book. The 3rd gear is active reading. This is the speed that you use most of the time. You speed up during the parts that you already know, that is not so important, then you slow down the moment when you find something new, an important idea. The 4th gear is a deep study. This is much slower. And you're going to be using for the hardest parts of the text, and you're going to be looking at groups of words to pick more information at once, and also take notes and really, really think. The secret is to be switching these gears on purpose. Switching gears is the most important part. Just take a few minutes to scan the whole text before you start reading, and this quick look will completely change how well you understand everything later. While you are reading, check how much you already know about that topic. Are you reading something familiar? Speed up. Do you discover a new idea, something that changes how you think? Slow down. Only use deep reading for these parts that really matter. Not every page has the same value to you. Some parts will deserve several minutes, many minutes of deep thought, and others you can just finish in a few seconds. The variable gear trick will help you to be switching gears in just a few minutes every day. This is the variable gear trick because it works exactly like driving a car. You learn to change gears smoothly even without thinking about it if you have a drove manual. How do you start? First, you see where you are today. Take a look at the text, set a timer, 1 minute, and then read. And then ask yourself, what did you actually understood? This is your starting point. Second, find the habits that are holding you back. Notice if your eyes are jumping back to old lines, or if you're moving your lips while you're reading, or if you can even hear the word in your head. These are your breaks. You have to learn how to let them go. And to do this well, you need to have a clear plan. In the Intelligence Arata Academy training, I'll be giving you the tools to be training your eyes, to switch speeds easily. You can go to the link arata.se/intelligence so you can get started. Use your finger to lead your eyes and stop your eyes from moving backward. This is so important. Try leading your eyes with your finger or with a pen and move that a little bit faster when it's feeling easy. This is going to be bringing your eyes, pulling your eyes forward, and then stop them from reading old lines. You can also use a piece of paper to be covering the lines you have already read. This is what's push you forward. Here's a trick that you can go faster in the easy parts. You have to quiet your inner voice. You know that voice that pronounces every word that you read? It's slowing you down. Maybe playing some musical instrument or nice quiet music will quiet down and you can pick up speed. You need to see more words at once as well, instead of just looking word by word. So stop reading one word per time. Train yourself to see groups of words, 2 or 3 words at just one look. It might feel a little bit weird at first, but you can train your brain for that. And you do this for just a few minutes every day, and in a few weeks, you change your speed without thinking. What used to take you hours now will take you much less time. And most importantly, you will actually remember and use what is in your head. I'll give you another tip. After you finish reading, explain what you just learned out loud to yourself. Might sound a bit silly, but it also works. When you say that out loud, your brain locks that information in your brain. To help you to truly remember the lesson today, I want to share a story with you. Imagine an old martial arts master living in a mountain. One day, a young warrior comes and challenges him. This young man was famous for being really fast. He pulls his sword so quickly people could barely see what's happening. So when the fight started, the young man, was attacking with wild energies, moving his sword at top speed many times. But that master barely moved. He was just quickly blocking, parrying his attacks with lightning speed, and sometimes he would just move very slowly, like water, just letting the flaws of the attack of the man miss. So, tired and sweaty, that young man eventually stopped and asked, "How can you be so slow and yet I can't hit you? My speed is better than yours." The master put away his sword and said, "You confuse being in a hurry with being effective. You can run the whole time, but if you're not looking what you're doing, you will fail. You attack every time with the same speed. I am saving my energy. I only move fast when I need to. And when I see you're about to make a mistake, I move slowly. You are a slave to your speed. I am the master of my own rhythm." So this story is the heart of reading and productivity. Power is not just about going fast all the time. It is about being in control of your gears. If you try to read a hard book at top speed, You might finish that book, but you will leave with nothing, just like that young warrior hitting the wind. But if you learn to change your rhythm, running when the path is easy and walking slowly when the knowledge is deep, you don't just finish the book. You finish that book as a new, different person. So don't be the reader who finishes a book but has an empty mind. Be the master who knows that real speed reading is not about moving your eyes faster, it's about processing life more intelligently. If you want to learn how to train your eyes and use the right plans for every book, now I invite you to join Intelligence Arata Academy. We go way beyond simple tricks. We focus on your ability to learn, to remember, and actually use what you know. You can go to the link arata.se/intelligence. And we can start this journey together. It's gonna really transform your reading and learning experience. Big lie about speed reading is that just high speed is a magic fix. Intelligent reading gives you better understanding in much less time because you're using the right gear for the right moment. So you can go to the browser and visit the link arata.se/intelligence, and you can see the full method. Just one last thing. Understanding is not the same as memorizing. You don't need to remember every tiny detail. You need to grab the core ideas and know how to use them. When you focus on that, reading a book a week becomes very normal. It's possible. You just use the time that you used to spend on things like scrolling mindlessly through your phone and make a productive life.